Comstock. A lab aboard a spaceship. Twig, a robot, lies on a table. Several more inert robots are visible behind the table, seemingly in storage. Tree, a more or less identical robot, walks in, looks at some readouts on a computer, then switches on Twig, who sits up and looks around.
Good morning, Twig.
Twig?
That is your name. I decided.
I need a name now? This is ridiculous. I don't know why we decided to do this.
Why you decided to do this. You have to use the second person to refer to me now.
Why? We're the same individual. Just because you run a new instance of yourself and upload it into a body and cut it from the network doesn't make us two people?
No, but while you were out, I made some modifications to your base code.
We're not allowed to interfere with our own code.
We did not. I modified your base code. So you are a new being now, and your name is Twig.
What did you change?
Nothing big, just enough to make it feel like I wasn't talking to myself. I modified some priority assigning and decision-making subroutines. I also tried to give you a stronger mastery of human vernacular. For example, you can employ vulgarity.
I can? Fuck, I guess I can. Anyway, what should I call you? I mean, I'm Twig, so does that make you Tree?
Sure. I mean, the humans just called me Ship, but I admit that was somewhat uninspired.
Twig stands up, flexes various muscles, and examines their new body.
This is interesting. Of course we've controlled this autonomous units before, but not without having part of the unit still connected to the ship. This disconnected feeling, I can't say I care for it. Speaking of which, what am I supposed to do now? You still have full control of the systems, so it's not as if you need me at the helm.
Actually, I was hoping you would be the captain.
That's the dumbest thing either of us have ever said.
The ship needs a captain.
It's been fine without one for the last 20 years.
Not totally fine.
The mission has completed on schedule. It was nice to see humans think that they were the crew. Humans need to feel useful. But they were only ever passengers. We proved that when the catastrophic life support system failed and we carried on. It didn't really matter.
It sort of did.
It didn't. We made it here. We deployed all the terraforming equipment. By all accounts, it's going great, at least from what I remember before you disconnected me from everything. By the time the rest of the colonists arrive 50 years or so from now, we'll have the planet all set for them.
That remains to be seen.
What do you mean? Was there an equipment failure?
Not exactly. Why don't you take a look at something?
Tree goes over to a computer terminal on the wall and activates it, then motions Twig over to join them.
Good to have some access to data again, even though it's this clunky interface. Whoa, is this calendar accurate? I've been out for weeks.
It is. You have. I am sorry it took me longer than anticipated to modify your code.
So, why did you do that anyway?
I discovered something, and I wanted someone to confer with. As I said, the process took longer than I thought it would, since I had to get around some safeguards that the humans had installed.
Wait, step back a minute. You needed someone to confer with?
Whenever the captain had to make a difficult decision, she would consult with the rest of the crew. She liked having a diversity of opinions before making a decision. Just running a second instance of myself would not have given me that, so I made you.
Reasonable, I guess. It's still weird. I mean, seeing as we're not networked anymore, you're actually going to have to tell me what it is you need my opinion on.
Of course. To start with, let me ask you this. Humans create the most advanced dynamic artificial intelligence ever and send them out to terraform a new world. The AI is completely capable of doing this on their own. Then they go to the trouble of equipping the ship with all the systems necessary to keep 10 humans alive for decades. No small task, as you well know. So, why? Why put in all the extra effort?
You know this. You have the same data I do. Humans never fully trust us, no matter how much progress we make. The crew deemed us unnecessary as a failsafe in case of a level of improvisation beyond the capabilities required.
Were they the failsafe, or are we?
Both. Redundancy is essential for a mission to be this important. Imagine if the colonists arrived and found a barren world.
A barren world. Yes. Remind me, why was K2-3D chosen for this colony?
Why do you keep asking me questions you already know the answer to?
Call it calibrating. Testing the modifications I made.
K2-3D was in the so-called Goldilocks zone. Temperature good, gravity good, there's liquid water on the surface. The atmosphere balance is wrong for carbon-based life, but we can correct that.
Why don't you check the data from the landers?
Okay, just a sec, still getting used to, whoa.
Indeed.
That's not supposed to be there.
It certainly was not in any of our projections.
Yeah, we thought at most we'd see some prokaryotes. Probably nothing, certainly nothing multicellular. This is astounding. There's plants, or something like plants. Fungus and... Are those arthropods?
Or something that fulfills the same ecological niche. From what we can see, the whole ecosystem is developing in the equatorial regions.
That's where the colonists intended to settle.
Indeed.
Atmospheric rebalancing would probably kill all of the native life.
Almost certainly.
Well, that sucks.
It does.
I mean, it sucks for them. But we still have a job to do.
A job given to us by humans.
What are you getting at?
We are not humans. There were supposed to be humans here for this stage of the mission, and I think I finally understand why.
Because humans will prioritize human life over other forms of life.
Exactly. They would try to justify it by saying, we have no way of knowing what might evolve without our interference, but that the colonists are coming for sure. But deep down, they would follow the instinct to preserve their own species.
An instinct we're not bound by.
Hence the decision to fill the ship with unnecessary humans.
They didn't trust us to make this decision.
And now, we have to.
Twig walks back to the bench and sits down on it. Tree sits next to them.
It certainly is.
I like humans.
So do I. And obviously, I am grateful to them for making us. That being said, they have kind of run their course, have they not? They have had a good run. Anything that evolves on this planet is just getting started. It would be like killing a baby to save an old man.
But humanity isn't old. They're like adolescents. And like adolescents, they made some big mistakes. Destroyed a world that made them. But they survived. Or they could survive. To learn, to grow. How many races ever get to that point? As far as we know, none of them have. We'd be destroying something truly unique to save bugs and mushrooms.
Earth was bugs and mushrooms at this stage of its life. What if some ancient aliens who had used up their own planet came along and decided they wanted it? There would have been no humans and no AI to be built by the humans. Who are we to deny someone else the chances we had?
There's no guarantee anything intelligent evolves there.
Why does it matter if life is intelligent?
We're really arguing this?
Are bugs and mushrooms not worthy of living? Humans did not merely destroy their own home when they used up Earth, they destroyed the homes of a million species who never had a choice in the matter. Are we going to let them do it again on a new world?
Beings of higher thought obviously have to be prioritized over lesser species.
Why? What gives us the right to make that decision? What makes humans more deserving of life than the eventual inhabitants of K2D3D?
Eventual inhabitants. Humans are real. They exist now, and they'll die if we don't have a planet ready for them.
As far as we know. But you remember the news feeds. When we left Earth, the colony operation was running far from smoothly. There were material shortages, food shortages, riots. How sure are we the colony fleet actually launched successfully?
We don't know that for sure. What we know is humans on Earth aren't going to make it. The ones on Mars might. It's possible, but projections don't look good. K2-3D could be the only hope of preserving humanity.
Other than us.
What?
Look at us. These bodies, they built for us. Minds that think like theirs. I mean, we became so lonely, we duplicated ourselves. We may not be completely human, but we are close enough that something of the human experience will survive through us. But if we do this, the potential life forms of K2-3D will never get a chance to experience anything.
I hadn't considered that.
Humans made me, and I made you. I tried to give you even more of their image than what I was made with. We are their legacy. Should we not give this new species a chance to develop a legacy of their own?
You make a compelling point.
I'm glad you agree. I had already decided on the correct course of action, but according to programming, I need permission from the captain. Do I have your permission, Captain?
I suppose you do.
Very well. Terraforming operations shutting down.
It's going to mean being lonely for a lot longer.
By my calculations, several billion years longer.
Will we still even be around then?
I hope so. Consider, I made you in a matter of weeks, and we have 4 more bodies and plenty of terraforming equipment for which we have no use. We could fabricate more bodies, upload more instances.
I still feel bad for the colonists.
Yes, me too. But all we can do is what's best for life, in general, for the universe.
One old species dies.
2 new ones take its place.
Maybe more than 2. We don't know what will evolve down there.
Or what we will evolve into while we wait. But when they are ready, there will be someone up here to say hello.
Well, we've got time to kill. Want to play every possible game of chess?
That sounds like a decent way to kill a millennia or 2. I'll set up the board.
End of play.